Hello everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Hearts of Iron 4, Pax Britannica's Britain. Let us continue on from where we last left off. So, that is, okay, so the wars go to unify Brazil. Who are they at war with? It's just them in Brazil. I don't know if we really care about what happens in that part of the world too much, because I don't think any of them can join either our faction or the French faction. So they can just go sit off in their own little corner, do their own thing. I'm not going to worry about it too much. Right now it is 35. We've got our 36 rifles here. We go for one of you. More speed, but more consumption. Or less growth, but more resistance growth speed. Or we can go down to one of you, which is reconnaissance goes up, but they lose more experience when they die. Or more recovery rate, but they lose a little bit of organization. I mean, that's interesting. Actually, let me just take a quick look. Army for division speed. We're actually negative 30%. Probably do want our units to go a little bit faster. Attrition's down by 4%. Max entrench is up by 30%. And that's good. That's good. Night attack value. Is there not anything in here that actually says recovery rate? I thought it was listed in one of these options. Is it not? Is it in here? Organization. Average value is 0.28. So I guess your recovery rate's not that good. But I usually always feel like organization's just a little bit better most of the time. So you know what? Yeah, let's go for an organization. Actually, you're the opposite. Your recovery speed, which I don't want. You know what? I will take a reconnaissance increase. Our soldiers will lose a little bit more experience when they get killed. But I honestly, as long as we like don't lose units, then you don't need to worry about that, right? That's at least how I see this. Just deploy these units wherever. That's fine. Got one hard suit now. Okay. I'm going to throw you into Red Army for now. And we're still at 1% world tension. I'm pretty sure that's just because in Pax Britannica, the world tension mechanics aren't actually in the mod yet in any meaningful way. But at some point, the French are going to invade either us or Germany, I believe. Yeah, they can invade the Dutch, they can invade the Germans. At which point I think we can get ourselves involved. Is there a way I can... What's the 37 election? 2 more years still? Status of the African Authority. Established following the conclusion of the Great War, the British African Authority is intended to be a provisional state to manage the affairs of the colonies we acquired. In the long term, it is meant to be dissolved into a series of smaller, more manageable administrations. In reality, Britain's operations across Africa began to suffer mission creep, and the lofty goal of dissolution gave way to attempting to maintain a peace among the disparate colonies. With the potential outbreak of a war in Europe on the horizon again, we've been forced to push forward on the dissolution plan. The authority has become unwieldy, and more importantly, increasingly expensive. In the coming months, our officials have announced plans to bring in representatives from both the British, Italian, and French administrations, along with representatives from both British native officials. Okay. And that is not the Lion's Claw, and you're the military tree. 2% organization, 2% recruit population is really not that great. Do any of you allow me to make an alliance with Germany? No, that's after we defeat the Russians and the French. So that's more of like a future thing. We can go for a conference here. We need to get both of you to deal with Africa. Propose a new currency. We do want to become more reformist. So, you know, let's propose a single currency across the empire. I don't know if the Americans would agree to it. My gut is that they wouldn't. Okay, we got support weapons too now. Fantastic. Next up. Which of these do I want? Do I want speed for consumption? Yeah, let's go for more speed, but also more supply consumption. I think that seems all right. Because again, we do take, I think, a negative 30% speed modifier when we looked at our military tab. So this does make sense for us. Okay, what's world tension at right now? Like, there really just hasn't been any major changes here. Okay, we got Melange, which was somewhere in here. I don't remember where. Well, augments. We don't have Razor Maidens. Not really. You're still like a year. No, you're 35 tech. Right. I keep reading this number. It's supposed to be reading this number. Organization +5. Yeah, absolutely. 565 days. Give me a little bit more organization on our hard suits. And we got 5 research slots, so I'm not too worried about doing things unoptimally. Okay, we've got our live wire. By the way, live wire, I don't think I actually explained it. But essentially, it is barbed wire that's like living and will purposely surround you in it and like crush you like a python. It's fantastic as long as you're not on the receiving end of it. Okay, we got the Pact of Thorns, so it means Russia. Did you not join the alliance? Or are you just, maybe it's just like mutual defense. Okay, it's a mutual defense agreement here. Which I guess makes sense. How do I actually deploy the live wire? Take half a year. And also, I guess we're not at war, so you know that makes sense. I wonder... Okay, we propose a new currency. Home rule for the West Indies. How reformist are we right now? By the way, someone to put a man on the moon? You need... Hide components, view component parts, install the crew quarters, 35% chance, launch a satellite. Try not to die, by the way. But if we look at our reformist, we are strongly reformist. Okay. Join canal zone. Let's do one more for Africa. Hey! Okay, the United States actually agreed to our proposal. Me and the US. Well, it's not the US. I guess it's the UCA. We're on the same currency now. And because I'm pretty sure they have a much better economy than we do. Okay, you're our hard suits. I'm just going to put you into a new army. Actually, where were you guys? You guys are in Gibraltar. I'm going to send you down here as well. And you are going to just hang out in Algeria for now. And you're going to be a naval invasion force going to the south. I guess you guys also should get a naval invasion plan. Let's just say around Dieppe. Nothing bad has ever happened in a landing in Dieppe, so this should be fine for us. And I guess we'll do 6 for now. So I think our cap should be 10. Actually, I should look and see if we can get our... I think our thing failed, which is very, very sad. Well, I'll just do it again. Install the crew quarters. Install solid fuel. And then engines. Again, the intermediate engine for some reason works better. And I don't know why, but it does. So we're going to launch another satellite. It's a 1 in 3 chance. At some point, I'm sure we'll succeed. Probably. So yeah, we want to go to research. And we got our pet bills. Okay, so we go over to, should be naval. Are you ahead of time? Not really, actually. You're 36 tech. So yeah, let's get landing craft here. Which I'm assuming is going to be... Yes, plus 40, which actually is incredible. Only being able to send 10 units across is not that good. The first man in orbit! Finally, after thousands of years of development and evolution, man has entered orbit and returned. We're not the first. We're definitely not the first. The Russians got there before us. First British man in orbit. There you go. That's how you that's how you fix it on our side. I'm a little disappointed that Russia did beat us. Because I was actually looking over, if we look at Russia, we can see that they won the Orbit Wars. And they get a pretty decent bonus to aircraft and computing technology. I think that would be very, very nice for us to have. But now we've given it basically to our opponents. Okay, we'll accept. I'm assuming because we are reformist, we gotta do you. The Island Conference begins. The Island Conference of the British African Authority Partition Commission has been one of the largest intra-African conferences in history. Attendees have been brought in from nearly every protectorate, client state, and settlement from across the future of the authority. Two largest groups attending the conference are the Bering Commission, tactfully named after their benefactor, Ivan Bering, who wishes to see the provisional colony partitioned into a British Dominion status, British-dominated states. On the inverse of the Big Six coalition, a group of officials hailing from the Gold Coast, the proposal, far more radical in nature, would see a harness of Pan-Africanism for the good of the empire. But it's too. I have to choose you, right? Yes, because we're reformists, we've got to go you. So we're not really going to read about them because I literally only have one choice. I don't get to make a decision here. I mean, I guess I could theoretically like lower. By the way, I don't know if you do anything for us anymore. Other than, I guess, we can activate combat satellites at some point. Oh no, this allows us to blow up Russian satellites. Okay. Yeah, we'll just save our points for now. I would also like to close you. Probably just close the whole orbit war window for now. And when it comes to the House of Commons, really, I don't need to worry about any of this. Like we're pretty happy all around. By the way, any more invasions we can do? No, there isn't. Let's evolve the military, please. I don't know how long. 100 days. Honestly, it's not so bad. Because our military is a little outdated. What are you? Research speed plus 1%. But you unlock the next level of this stuff, so you might as well go for it. Because if we look over into our military, we are a Great War military. We're, like, Germany is a semi-modern military. But France, they're a fully modern military. Russia, they're also a fully modern military. So our enemies are fully modernized. I'm still like 20 years back. So we need to evolve. You will cost us 200 army experience. Right now we're at 16. But this will at least allow us to be a semi-modern. Modern will probably wait. We'll have to probably wait until we're actually in war in order for us to become an actual modernized military. Because we aren't getting passive gain, right? All right, you're not showing me for some reason. We have you, who's 0.09, 0.06, 0.09, 0.09. We're getting the points that we need, which I'm happy for. And also with 500, what do I even spend 500 political power on? I mean, again, we could do this, but it makes some people like, oh, actually, we could just like, yeah, you know what? Yeah, why would I not do this? Use fleeing factories. Okay, well, there actually is a point dump we found. And I don't know if we really need anybody else to support us. Yeah, I mean, everyone else is already pretty happy with the way we're going. So why change things? Go more military factories here. Go one down. Not a research. I want Tesla towers in all of our big states. Yeah, let's build like basically a Tesla tower everywhere. I think that's for the good of the nation. Also, our manpower is kind of ass. Can I increase that right now? No, because we're not at war. And you know what? Fair enough, I guess. Okay, we've accepted the proposal from the Big Six. You can liquidate the Latin administrators. And you dissolve the African Authority. Okay, I think we might as well get this going. Germany asked to purchase Ashanti. And Ashanti, I think, is you, right? Yes. United Kingdom and Germany have come towards us and offered purchasing our own crown colony, Ashanti. It appears that the Germans intend to strengthen their colonial positions in West Africa and want to connect their colonies. They're offering a very high sum of money for the purchase of the colony, and assurances not a move to weaken British global power. The government is conflicted about the proposal. For some, it is inconceivable that even an inch of the empire to be given up, while others parties consider the offer to be quite attractive, especially looking at our current economic situation. Well, how does it? It has literally nothing in it. Why would I say no? Yeah, honestly, I think this is good for us. 'Cause, I mean, oh no, we lose. I mean, the British African Authority loses a little bit of population, but there's no resources here. I'll buy Ashanti. I think that's actually completely worthwhile. Yeah, no, I'm happy with that. And we're going to be dissolving the African Authority soon anyway, so it's not like, who cares? It's not a big deal. Yeah, you're all the Pax Britannica. I think Yugoslavia and Romania should join the faction as well. And maybe Russia will also... I mean, Russia's pretty large. They've got a lot of puppet states here. Are the Ottomans a puppet? The Ottoman Empire's a puppet. Greece is aligning themselves with the Russians. If you actually just look at the sphere of influence map, like, Russia and France actually have a pretty big influence around the world. So much of an influence, honestly, that it's a little scary. Apparently, also, our puppet here is in the Japanese sphere of influence. I don't really know what exactly that means. I guess we also need to put some troops. You guys actually should be here to invade Morocco as soon as hostilities break out between us and the Revamped Pact. Are you ahead of time? By a year. I'm not even going to worry about tanks. Tanks are for dorks. Do you have any more aircrafts we can do? 37. And they will wait just a little bit longer. Be a cryptology level, why not? 50 days as well is pretty cheap. Okay, we got infantry. Let's send you over to Gibraltar. How many more infantry? We have a lot of infantry. What do you actually need? You need support equipment. Like that's apparently what we're lacking here. Support. We only have one faction support equipment. Okay, we can fix this. Do something like this. If we're missing support equipment, we need to get it done. This should work for us. Yeah, and then we'll dissolve the African Authority. I'm going to send you over to the Moroccan front. I mean, the Moroccan front might as well surround the entirety of Morocco like this. And I don't want two colors of the same. So you guys can be... You guys can be like the White Army, probably. There you go. Well, we'll kill Morocco. I think Spain is basically going to be like the soft underbelly of the pact. It makes sense. If we're going to invade anywhere, it should be in Spain. How many troops do they have? Literally no idea. We know France has up to 65, which actually is less than what we have. Which honestly is a little bit embarrassing for you. I don't know how you fucked this up so badly. Where do I actually have a spy agency? I do. Well, we need 3 levels in order to get a second spy. I'll probably want to send a spy into Spain. Like, that should work out pretty okay for us. We're paying an extremely heavy cost for this. Okay, now we definitely don't want to buy any doctrines. At least not right yet. I would like more manpower. But, what about in occupied territories, actually? What do you want? You're on local police force? You know, do local autonomy. Why not? Most people seem like they're pretty happy with us anyways. So this shouldn't really have any penalties for us. Okay, we'll go 1 level of decryption here. And let's just get like a basic... Yeah, let's just get like a cheap naval tech. Even though we have a pretty strong navy, I mean, we are the British Empire. Doesn't hurt to be a little bit more prepared. The 2nd Division of Africa. Final liaison conference. Africa has been divided once again per the whims of the London government. Final end of the African Authority has been brought to a close to one of the last remainders of pre-war Africa. And hopefully we'll see continent brought to a period of new peace and stability. You should be split up into many smaller countries. We got the West African Commonwealth. We've got the International African Settlement. Sure, why not? The Emirate of U. We've got the Government of Algeria. But you guys should still be completely surrounding Morocco. And we got the Protectorate Base Levi in Nigeria. Honestly, you didn't really split it up by that much. You made one big country into 4, which, I mean, I guess is something. But I mean, these international settlements are, I think, are a bit weak. The Christian power, let's go like 1 into army departments. So now that we've dealt with you, let's do home rules for the West Indies. Right now, the West Indies is all of you. We get thrown... No, because you're actually not a puppet of ours. You'll probably be made into like the West Indies Confederation or something similar to that. So did all the units get sent off into these smaller countries? Or do you think it actually deployed in new units? Could have made like new units. Which actually is a benefit for us. Okay, 8 more divisions. We're going to send you over to Africa as well. But even though these guys are in Africa, afterwards they're just going to be sent to... they're going to be sent north to invade into France. So even though these troops aren't in Britain, they're still going to be useful for the British Empire. Yeah, we also have more factories. What do I want with you? Let's go 1 more in trains. And then let's pump out our naval aircraft. Pod 2, let's get you going. We're missing a little bit of rare metals. We get that from our Australian puppet. And we also need some tungsten, and we'll get that from Bengal. Absolutely fantastic. But I think with all of that said and done, this is going to be a great time for us to end this episode here for today. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, my thumbs up. Not sure you can always thumb down. You want to see more, subscribe, and goodbye.